Rupert Lowe has barely set foot in the Public Accounts Committee, yet he has already uncovered something deeply concerning. Key figures within the civil service have been holding meetings with almost no formal records of what was discussed. For someone new to the committee to discover this so quickly says a lot about the state of things, and none of it is flattering. We'll dive into this story in today's video, but before we get started, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Right now, only 12% of viewers are subscribed, so join the community and help us grow. The whole point of proper record keeping is transparency, accountability, and ensuring that decisions affecting public money can be traced and scrutinized. When meetings take place behind closed doors with little or no documentation, it raises obvious and serious questions. How can anyone know what was agreed? Who was present? What decisions were made? And most importantly, why is there so little written evidence of what went on? Lowe's discovery highlights a culture that appears far too comfortable with operating in the shadows, where processes that should be clear and open are instead vague and undocumented. For a committee tasked with overseeing how taxpayers' money is handled, this kind of behavior undermines trust and makes effective oversight almost impossible. What makes the situation even more striking is that it didn't take Lowe months or years to stumble across this. It surfaced almost immediately after he joined. That alone suggests that the problem isn't rare or exceptional, but something far more routine. In short, it's a shambles. When the civil service is conducting meetings that leave barely any trace, it weakens the integrity of public accountability and gives the impression of a system that prefers to avoid scrutiny rather than embrace it. Lowe's early findings should serve as a wake-up call, because if this is what he's uncovered in his first steps inside the committee, it raises the question of what else is happening without the public's knowledge. Have a watch.
Thank you very much, and well done. Rupert Lowe.
It does seem to me, as the chairman said, that this is a complete mess, and I mean, you two are under the scrutiny here. But the question I've also got for you is, you've mentioned minutes which may or may not exist. You mentioned that the agendas exist. We don't know whether the minutes exist. Do you feel that the oversight of this from the state is partly to blame? I mean, I think Matt, you mentioned it's over complex. So it does seem to be from top to bottom a mess.
We have a designated official, senior official on our board as an observer, and we document every single meeting with minutes formally to ensure that everything is now recorded.
Just one or two final questions from me. That final answer just strikes me a little bit as stable doors and horses bolting. But anyway, never mind, we'll leave that there. Rupert Lowe, please.
Thank you, Chairman. I've got a question for Mr. Pockling tonight. Just listening, the key issue here is Mr. Ayres mentioned the fact you had various meetings in 2022, which he didn't think were minuted, but he has got the agenda for those meetings. Now, have you got the minutes for those meetings? In my experience of government, Mr. Pocklington, most things are minuted to the nth degree. So did your department not minute those meetings?
I don't have any more information to give the committee on that. We gave all the paperwork that we have to the NAO, but I think I've already committed to double check what the record shows about those.
I think our committee would like to see whatever minutes you have got. It would be unprofessional and in my view, irregular not to have minutes of meetings which are held. So I think we should see those, Chairman.
In the end, Rupert Lowe's early discovery exposes a serious weakness in how the civil service is operating behind the scenes. Meetings with almost no record of what was discussed undermine transparency, accountability, and the very purpose of the Public Accounts Committee. If a new member can uncover this within days, it suggests the problem is not isolated, but embedded in the system. Public oversight simply cannot function when key discussions leave no paper trail. Lowe's findings make one thing unmistakably clear. The way these meetings are being handled is a shambles, and it raises urgent questions about what else is happening without proper scrutiny. In other news, British seismologists have detected a seismic event in the waters off the Welsh coastline, according to official monitoring data. The British Geological Survey recorded the tremor on Sunday morning, November 2nd, marking the latest in a series of geological disturbances affecting the region. The quake measured 0.4 on the magnitude scale and occurred at 7:55 a.m., originating from beneath the Irish Sea. Monitoring equipment placed the seismic activity in waters northwest of Wales, adding to the area's documented pattern of regular earth movements. Authorities confirmed the detection through their National Earthquake Monitoring Network. The tremor's epicenter lay approximately 9 kilometers from Lowe, a coastal settlement on Anglesea's western shores. Seismologists pinpointed the quake's origin at a depth of 17 kilometers beneath the seabed. No damage or disturbances have been reported on the mainland or nearby islands. The British Geological Survey stated they had received no notifications of any terrestrial effects from the underwater event. The shallow magnitude meant the tremor remained imperceptible to most residents in the region. Monitoring stations detected the seismic waves, but the event's limited strength prevented any noticeable ground movement in populated areas along the Welsh coast. The region experiences frequent seismic activity, with northwestern Wales recording multiple earth movements throughout 2024. A minor 0.2 magnitude event occurred near Amlwch in northern Anglesey during July, followed by a stronger 1.6 magnitude quake affecting Wyndaris village on the Llyn Peninsula in August. Seismic monitoring has revealed particularly intense activity in Powys, where instruments detected at least 6 separate tremors over a 3-month period. Around 2 months ago, sensors registered a 0.7 magnitude event within Bano-Brycheiniog National Park near Llangendir. These recurring geological disturbances demonstrate the Welsh region's susceptibility to regular tectonic movements, though most remain too weak to cause structural damage or pose risk to residents. Researchers continue exploring possible correlations between celestial phenomena and terrestrial seismic activity. Recent solar eruptions produce consecutive geomagnetic disturbances, with the second storm consuming the first to form what scientists termed a cannibal storm, ranking amongst the most powerful solar events in 2 decades. Some theorize that geomagnetic disturbances exert additional force on Earth's magnetic field, potentially compressing the surface and influencing tectonic plate movements. Japanese researchers published findings in 2022 suggesting connections between sunspot patterns and earthquake occurrences. A subsequent investigation this year proposed that solar-induced surface heating might alter rock characteristics and subterranean water flow, potentially contributing marginally to seismic activity. Scientists hope integrating solar data into geological models could enhance earthquake prediction capabilities. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you have not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.